Good day, yogis. This is Stephen Cheng coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule, as well as payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. My preferred way of payment is through Venmo, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab. Then the 4-digit ID code is 8096. If you're prompted for it. Classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Do the best you can. I am streaming on Instagram and Facebook, and the videos are then recorded and saved onto those platforms. And then the same videos are uploaded into my YouTube account. My channel is Simha Yoga Lab. Now, the quality of my YouTube channel is much better for audio and video, so if you're not streaming with me on the set times and you're taking your classes anytime during the day, better to then take your practice through YouTube, right? Because the audio video is better. Also, you can pull it up on your smart TV, so visually you might have a better experience. Now, yesterday I was having some issues with Wi-Fi, and a student told me that on my Facebook I got a frozen screen and it went green and it was frozen and it was stuck. So today I'm trying something else. So because I'm Instagramming and live streaming Facebook, I believe the two are competing for bandwidth. So for this time, I am going through Wi-Fi on my Facebook, and I'm going through my cellular service for my Instagram. And then YouTube, because I'm using the YouTube video recorder, their camera, I have to use Wi-Fi. So anyway, so that's my setup for this one. Hopefully there are no problems. I did have a small problem with Instagram trying to pull my cellular data, and it wasn't pulling the live. So that's why I'm 3 minutes late today, because it wasn't connecting, it was not going live. So I had to come out of it and do a couple of things back and forth, and I finally got it. So let's see what happens with Instagram right now because of that glitch. Okay, so for those of you who are tighter along the lower back or your hips, you might want to elevate and sit up on a block. Elevation will make it easier for you to take a comfortable cross-legged position. You can also elevate through sitting on a blanket or a towel. Okay, for those of you working with any injuries, special conditions, or pains, right? Be very mindful of checking in, and if something or a pose is not very comfortable for you at all and is creating some discomfort, you should always pull it back and not go as deep, or not take the pose and just kind of hold off until we move to the next thing, right? So it's really important for us not to create any new injuries or perpetuate injuries, right? So we want to use yoga as a therapeutic way to help us correct any issues that we have, assuming that you can correct it through the movement, right? Not everything is able to be fixed by yoga, right? So yoga is helpful for some strains, some pulls, some misalignments, but it's not good for everything. So make sure that you check in with your doctor if you have a very special condition that may not be able to be helped with yoga practice. So keep that in mind. All right, let's sit up tall, palms face up. And with your fingers in Dhyan Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching, allow the lips to gently touch so that you can regulate the breath by breathing only through your nose. And start to let your inhales even out with your exhales. Three arms together, inhale. eyes closed, hands together in prayer, eyes up the heart. Pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs. Lifting the heart up toward the sky. Setting your intention for your yoga practice. Devoting your practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification. Purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vashtan, Gato Biwa, Yaha Smarit, Budrikaksham, Sapahya, Bihyandraha, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes and let the palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side, elongating through the left side of the neck. And then take the chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center, drop the right hand, left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. Chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center, drop the left hand, chin toward the chest, big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side, roll it back, opposite side, roll the center. Take a few more rounds at your own pace. Chin back to center and pause, taking the opposite direction. And back to center again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and neutral spine. Coming off your blocks and extend the legs forward, separating the feet. Hands supporting to your side and turn your toes toward each other. And then roll out, draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Back to center, switch them around. And then center again, cross your shins, opposite shin on top. Take the arms up high, extend, twist to the right on the exhale. Back to center again. Twist to left. Back to center. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Take it back up, other side. Back to center, legs forward, forward fold. Now, when you take your forward fold, I'll give you a side view. Be mindful not to round the spine and shrug your shoulders, right? Just to reach forward. So this is not a very effective and very good stretch at all. You want lengthiness of the spine, reaching the arms forward. Now, as you tilt forward, right, you want to fold at the hips, draw forward. You do not want to round forward, right? So keeping lengthiness, tilt forward. Now, if you cannot reach your toes, that's okay. You can grab onto your shins. You're just using your hands as support. And then you want to be mindful about lengthiness, and then just gently tipping forward to the best of your abilities. And then every time you take practice, you hope to gain more flexibility and go further and further forward, right? So eventually to flatten all the way down over the legs, right? So you get to this point. This is already a really great stretch, and I'm only about 45 degrees. This is a very effective lower back stretch. It's also giving me some hamstring stretch. Now, if this way is very difficult for you, even if you're really quite high, you can always bend your knees. By bending the knees and keeping the feet flexed, you're releasing the hamstrings so that you can concentrate more on the lower back stretch, right? So lengthiness here, keeping the knees bent, feet are flexed, for support, and then grabbing the shins, lean forward, and even right here, I'm getting a very nice lower back stretch, and because of my arm positioning, I'm also activating my shoulders and my shoulder blades, right? But if you want to deactivate your shoulders, just reach forward. That makes it a little bit easier. And then keep that lengthiness and make your way forward. And then in time, you start to move your heels further forward, further forward, further forward, until you have full extension, proper alignment of your spine, and then from there, you can work to deepen the forward fold. Alright, so that's how you progressively get deeper into your forward fold. Alright, bend in the knees. Step the heels to the floor, flex your feet. Let the feet be about mat's width distance. Support with the hands behind you. And let's windshield wipe your knees side to side. So this is a very nice hip opener, lower back stretch, preparing us to take more rigorous movement, but also neutralizing that lower back stretch that we just did in our forward fold. Alright, the next time you draw the knees over to the left side, swing the legs back behind you, and then take it back to a down dog. So the down dog is an inverted V. Let the hands be about shoulders width, pressing your fingertips, finger knuckles, pads the hands down strongly, but be lighter on your wrists. So try not to bear all the weight into your wrists, but spread the work through the hands. You want your index fingers or your middle fingers pointing straight forward. Either is fine. Your feet are about hips width distance. As you lengthen out the legs and reach your heels down, you're also lengthening out the spine. Now, the heels may not reach all the way down. You want to leave a little bit of space so that you're always allowing for some space to reach deeper, right? So once your heels are touching all the way down, there's nowhere to go, right? That's the reason why you want a little bit of space so that you can always work deeper. Now, if the lengthened leg is very difficult for you, you can always bend your knees. Just like the forward fold. If you need to bend your knees to work into the down dog, take it here, and then in time, you can work to lengthen. Alright, so this is a down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Foot is flexed, heels reaching straight up and back, and the hips are relatively square to the floor. And then step the right foot forward between your hands. Right foot points straight forward, which means the inside of the foot is parallel to the side of the mat. Then ground the back heel down at an angle. If you have a difficult time coming up to a standing position, you can take the hands to top of thighs and help yourself up. As you ground the back heel down, supporting and anchoring down, you want the supportive, fully extended left leg. Then square the hips forward, vertical spine, arms reach up, palms are facing each other. This is your warrior one. Notice that also the right knee lines up over the heel with a vertical line. You do not want to go past, and you do not want to go short of, right? So try to go vertical. If it's too difficult and you're too wide, then walk it in a little bit. Now, if you're walking in too deeply or too close, right, you might end up here. This is not what we want. This is not very stable at all. And then if you end up lengthening the leg just to stack the knee over the heel, you're too high. You're not feeling like you're doing anything, right? So walk it wide enough so that you get a nice hip opener, but also activating your right quads, activating the left leg as you line up the knee over the heel. This is a strong, powerful warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, take the hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back, plank pose, and then lower all the way down to the belly. Now keep your hands alongside the rib cage. Let's take 3 progressive cobras. On the inhale, lift the upper back. In your baby cobra, your hands supporting, your belly and your ribs are touching down, right? The lower ribs are touching down, but the upper back is lifting. So your shoulder blades and your shoulders should feel very activated, especially if you draw the elbows toward each other, and that broadens your chest. Press your hands down. Lift up a little higher. So now your belly and your ribs are away from the floor, but the elbows are still bent, drawn alongside the ribs, broadening your chest. Then press into your hands, lengthen out as much as you can. If you have the full extension, fantastic, take it. If you don't, that's okay. Just lift up, keep the elbows bent, and lift up as high as you can. All right, lower all the way down, take it back to child's pose. Seat toward the heels, and rest your forehead to the floor, or you can make pillows with the hands and just rest your forehead there. So this is a nice counter pose to the back bend we just took in cobras. This is your child's pose. Lift the torso up, walk your hands in. So you're sitting on top of your heels. Right hand is to the floor, left arm up, and side bend to the right. So I'll give you a front view. Side bend to the right. Then start to tilt the left torso, left shoulder forward, and you'll start to angle the torso to face down. Reach it out at a 45-degree angle. Let the left shoulder drop a little bit more. Notice that rotation into your back, mid-spine, and then also that extra stretch through your left shoulder blade, left arm, left shoulder. Right? So by dropping this left shoulder down, you're taking a thoracic twist. Resist with your right hand. Press your right hand strongly to the floor, either the palms or the fingers. And by drawing your right shoulder back and reaching left arm forward, you're deepening that thoracic twist. All right, take it back to stacking your shoulders, come back to the side stretch, come back up, left hand to the floor, right arm up, extend, and then side bend to your left. So you can be on your palm or you can be on your fingers, right? It all depends on the thickness of your thighs and the height of your hips right now. And the length of your torso, the length of your arm, all that stuff. All right? Keeping the right side stretch. Let the right shoulder start to descend just a little bit and reach your right arm out actively. So now you're beginning to work on the thoracic twist, right? It's not quite as deep, right? You're just beginning to stretch. Now let the right shoulder drop some more. And then now you're beginning to face down a little bit. Resist with your left fingertips by pressing the left fingertips down. Draw the left shoulder back. But reach your right arm even further out and let the right shoulder drop a little bit more. So now you're going into the mid-spine, your thoracic spine. It's your thoracic twist. As you keep reaching your right fingertips out, right arm, right shoulder blades are getting that extension. All right, let's take it back to the stacking. Come back up. Take the hands down in prayer. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms forward. Ground the mid and upper back. Chin toward the chest. Inhale. Lift up. Gaze upwards. Reach your palms up toward the sky. Release your hands. Wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Draw the shoulders back. Reach your knuckles away from you and lift the heart center and gaze upwards. Now, with your mind's eye, start to investigate how are you interlacing your fingers? Which thumb is on top? Now, if you took this naturally, this is your dominant side, right? So make a mental note which thumb is on top. I'm going to ask you to interlace with your non-dominant thumb. All right, start to release. Take the hands together in prayer. This time, take the non-dominant interlacing of your hands. Invert the palms, press forward, round the mid-back and the upper back, chin toward the chest. Notice that when you interlace your fingers this time, right, it felt a little bit more awkward. Right? So this is a non-dominant interlacing of your hands. Inhale, lift up, reach the palms upwards and gaze upwards for a slight back bend. Release your hands, wrap the hands back behind you. Take the other thumb on top, so your non-dominant thumb on top. So draw the shoulders back, reach your knuckles back, and deepen your back bend by lifting the heart center, your sternum upwards, and gaze upwards. And release. Walk your hands forward, tuck the toes under, down dog. Pedal it out side to side. So we were kneeling for a little bit, right? So you might experience a little bit of pins and needles, but you certainly should feel the rush of blood. Now walking your heels side to side and pending out the legs, you're also moving your ankle joints. Right? We're in that pointed toe position for a while. So right now, it may actually feel kind of tight. All right, back to down dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up, three-legged dog. Foot is flexed, heels reaching up and back in space, your hips are squared. Step the left foot forward between your hands, ground the back heel down. So again, left toes point straight forward, which means the inside of the foot is parallel to the side of the mat. Line up the left knee over the left heel, ground the back heel down at an angle. Rise up, torso, arms vertical to the floor, palms facing each other. This is your warrior one. Right? So I explained a couple of things. So let me show you, right, while you're holding this warrior one, the difference between too wide and too narrow. If you go too wide with your warrior, if you don't have the flexibility going toward a split, you can't hold this for long, right? You notice how I lose my alignment of knees. So this is not very good, it's too much. If you go too short, then you're not doing anything with your legs. In fact, you might actually go even too far forward with your knee and you're not very stable at all. So you want to find your warrior one stance, or your warrior stance, in a wide enough position so you feel that you can really ground through the back heel down and the front knee forward to line up over the heel. Square forward, arms up in a very strong and powerful warrior one. All right, open it up, warrior two, fingertips reaching opposite directions, arms are parallel to the floor. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior, left arm up and back. Exhale, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, and then again lower all the way down to the belly. Let's take those three progressive cobras again. Hands alongside the rib cage, elbows alongside the ribs. Press your palms down, lift up baby cobra. So your belly and your ribs are pressing to the floor, gaze is looking slightly down, engaging the upper back by drawing your shoulder blades toward each other and elbows toward each other. Press into your hands. Lift up a little higher, maybe about halfway up. So this time your belly and your ribs are away from the floor. And on the inhale, lift up even higher. Full extension of your arms if you have it. Otherwise, a slight bending of the elbows, but go as high as you can. This is your cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Bend the elbows, lower all the way down. Shift back into child's pose. Draw the seat toward the heels and fold. So the arms can be forward. You can again make pillows with the hands and rest your forehead. So this is a very nice stretch to your lower back. Lift back up. Let me give you a front view again. Kneeling on your shins. Let's go to left first this time. Go a little bit wider to the left side, so you're actually even leaning to the left a little bit, because we're going to start to take an elbow toward the floor. Okay? So raise your right arm up over the right ear. Right? You can stay on your left fingertips, or you can ground the palms. Either is fine. Then bend your right elbow. Reach through the right elbow. So getting more openness through the underside of your shoulder joint. Reach through the elbow. So you also might feel a much greater sensation of a stretch through the right side. Now, with your elbow bent, start to let the right shoulder descend and start to look downwards. Stay hovering and just work on through that stretch. So again, you're working for your thoracic twist, but now maybe your shoulder blades are getting more action, right? And your underside, your arms, your triceps, right, are getting a little bit more action. Now start to tilt down, and then maybe the right elbow comes to the floor. And press your right elbow down, press your left hand down. When you press your left hand down, draw the left shoulder back as well. And start to release, take it back up, re-extend the right arm, take it back up to vertical. Second side, right hand down to floor, maybe a little bit wider, right? So definitely want to go wider. You can ground the palms, or you can stay on your fingertips at this point. Raise your left arm up and over the left ear, left side stretch. Now notice the sensation in your side stretch when you reach left arm fully extended. Now bend the left elbow, reach through your left elbow and extend even more. Notice how that zeroes in right into the outside and the underside of your shoulder joint. You get a lot more stretch through this whole area. Right, your lats, your serratus. Now, as you reach your left elbow, start to let the left shoulder descend and beginning to let the gaze draw downwards toward the floor. All right, so now you're activating the thoracic twist. Then start to take the left elbow toward the floor and twist. Now, let's say you're not able to take the elbow to the floor. If you have a block, if you have a thick book, if you have a blanket, maybe that could be a nice help, right? If you have multiple things, right? All of these things can help you bring the floor to meet your elbow. All right, 2 more breaths. All right, as you press your right hand down, draw the right shoulder back, and keep pressing the left elbow to the floor. And this is your thoracic twist with resistance. All right, so to derotate, come back up and extend the left arm out and then draw back up to center. Sorry, I lost my legs there. Okay, now eagle arms. Raise the arms out and up. You're going to wrap the left arm underneath the right. So when you wrap the left arm underneath the right, first line up the elbows, then bend the elbows, press top of the arms toward each other. Now, if your shoulders are tight, maybe this is all you can do, right? If you can, double wrap. Then you want to take your hands, the palms facing each other to wrap. These are your eagle arms. All right? So first, lift the elbows up, gaze up for back bend. On the exhale, elbows toward the ribs, fingertips reach forward, is just your mid and upper back that rounds. Right? So elbows toward the ribs, fingertips reach forward, rounding the upper back, chin toward the chest. Take it back up to vertical. Press your left arm into your right and twist to your left. Back to center, press your right arm into your left. Twisting to the right. Back to center. Release your eagle arms. Reach out, extend. Flip the palms to face up. And reach up. This time, it's your right arm that wraps underneath your left. Line up the elbows. Press the top of the hands, or the top of the arms toward each other. If you can double wrap, double wrap. Alright, once you have that, lift the elbows up, gaze up, reach through your elbows, lift through your heart center up, reach your fingertips back in space. That will give you a deeper back bend. Exhale, round the spine, draw the elbows toward the ribs, fingertips reach forward, round the mid and the upper back, chin toward the chest. Take it back up to vertical. Twist to the right. Press your right arm into your left. Take it back to center. Twist to your left. Back to center again. Release your hands. Reach your hands out. Flip the palms. Palms face each other up. And then hands forward, and then let's release back into your down dog. Tuck the toes under, right? You feel that rush of blood. You feel how the ankles are really tight when you come back into flexible position. So just ease your way into that first, and then press the weight into your hands to start to lift the knees and lengthen out the legs. Right? Feel that rush of blood? Gentle, pedaling out the legs, neutralize. This time, right knee in toward the nose as you ground the spine. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. Come high up on your left tiptoes and ground the spine. So you want to actively jump the nose in toward the knee as you round. Lift up high through your mid-back. Inhale, kick the right knee back up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward, warrior one. Then reach the arms forward. Take the right hand to your left shoulder. I'll give you a front view. Right hand to your left shoulder. Left hand to your right elbow. And pulling here. So this will give you a stretch through the outer shoulder. Alright, so reconnect to your warrior one legs, right? Right toes point forward, right knee over the heel, ground to the back heel. So now you're taking the warrior, a strong warrior stance with arm and shoulder stretches. Reach your right hand forward, flip the palm, reach up, and then bend your right elbow with your left hand. Pull back in space. So when you pull back in space, you can take that into a back bend, gently looking up. Take it back up to vertical, raise your left arm up, raise your right arm up. Take the hands to the hips. Draw the elbows back, broaden your chest, look up. Come back to neutral, elbows forward, round the upper back, chin toward the chest. Take it back to neutral, sweep the arms up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior, right arm up and back. Exhale, side angle. You can take the right hand directly to the floor if you have the flexibility. Touching the right hand down is difficult. You can take the elbow to top of the leg. By elevating the torso in this way, it's easier for your hips and your lower back. Raise your left arm up, and this is side angle. Right, so this modified, right hand directly to the floor. Side angle. Alright, left palms face down and reach forward over the left ear. Right, so you're in a diagonal. Now, if your arm over the ear is very difficult for your shoulders because you have tight shoulders, you can just angle the arm out to the side and then start to work to arc your hand forward, right? As far forward as you can. Maybe at a diagonal, 45 degrees off to the side is as much as you can go, right? So you have to test out how much mobility you have in your shoulders, right? You want ideally arm over the ear, straight up into a diagonal, right? If that's difficult, arm slightly forward is fine. All right, inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse warrior. Take it back up to warrior two. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle, left hip. Draws back in space as you lean the torso forward. Then take the right hand to top the shins if you're less flexible. If you have a little bit more in you, you can slide your right hand down. If you have the right hand all the way down, you can take it there. So this is pretty intense for the hamstrings, especially if you're really tight in the hamstrings. And left arm up. This is a triangle. Right? So this is a full expression of the pose. This is the modified. This is also modified. Alright, whatever position you have, left palm to face down and reach forward. Extended triangle. Triangle describes the legs. Extended describes the arms. Right? So triangle, extended triangle. Modified extended triangle. Alright, a little bit more if you have it. Directly over the ear if you have that. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse the triangle, and then bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back to plank. Inhale, one breath, right? Let's take some assisted push-ups. Take the knees down to the floor, right? So the creases of the elbows, normally when you don't pay attention, they face each other. What I want you to do is press your hands firmly to the floor and roll the eyes of the elbows forward. So that rotates at the shoulder to roll facing in toward each other, to raise forward, to face forward, right? You see this rotation? That's what you're looking for. So that when you bend the elbows, elbows go back in space. If you don't make that adjustment, when you bend the elbows, elbows go sideways, right? We do not side legs. We always want the push-ups to go back in space, okay? So let's roll the eyes and the elbows forward, tip forward about 2 inches, and then bend the elbows. That's an assisted push-up. Press it back up in the yoga tradition, right? Bend the elbows 3 times. Take it back up as 2. Bend the elbows. Take it back. Now, lean the hips forward, untuck the toes. Press the tops of the feet to the floor, lift the knees, lift the thighs, lean back, and this is your up dog. And again, roll it back into down dog. Inhale, left heel up, 3-legged dog. Left knee in toward the nose, so shift your shoulders over your wrists, knee in toward the nose, higher on the right tiptoes, and round the spine. So you want to dome the middle of the back up toward the sky. It's just a very rounded back position and strong through the arms and the legs. Kick it back up, 3-legged dog. Step the left foot forward, back heel comes down. Warrior 1. Find your warrior stance wide enough so that you feel very grounded with the back heel down and the front knee lines up over the heel. Then reach the arms forward. Take the left hand to the right shoulder, right hand to left elbow, and pull here so you get a nice shoulder stretch through your left arm. Release to reach your left hand forward, flip the palm, bend your left elbow, reach it back. Taking the right hand to pull the left elbow back and lift the heart center up and back in space. Sorry about that. I think that's UPS, sorry, or FedEx. And take it back up to vertical. Raise the arms up high. Take the hands to the hips. And again, draw the elbows back. Lift the heart center up for the back bend. And then let's take it in the opposite direction. Round the back, elbows forward, chin toward the chest. So this is a spread of the upper back. So going from a back bend into a forward bend. Come back to neutral. Raise the arms up high, warrior 1. Open it up, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, left arm up and back. Exhale, side angle. So if you have the full expression of the pose, if you have the hip and lower back stretched, touch your left hand down, take it. If you need to modify, elbow to top left leg. Raise your right arm up and extend. Alright, so this is your regular side angle. Extended side angle, right palm to face down. Reach forward to a diagonal. Alright, so again, for those of you who need the modification, you can reach your right arm out to the side and then angle it, arc it forward. Over the ear, go as far as you can. Feel that you are getting a nice amount of stretch and that you're getting a little bit of work, right? But you don't want to go too easy either, right? You want to allow yourself a little bit of work so that you can eventually get it over the ear for the extension. Inhale, take it all the way back up for warrior 2. Then lengthen out the left leg, triangle. Tip the right hip back, reach your left hand forward. Left hand to top the shins if you're less flexible. Take it a little bit lower if you can, or take it all the way down to the floor if you can reach. Right arm straight up. So this is your triangle. This is your basic pose, the triangle. Right palm facing down, extend forward. Extended triangle. So again, modification, arm out to the side, and gently start to arc it forward as far as you can over the ear. On the inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Then bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank, lower the knees down. Let's set up for those assisted push-ups again. Hands about shoulders width. Press your hands down and roll the eyes and the elbows forward. Tip the torso forward by a couple of inches. Bend the elbows, chaturanga. Press it back up into an assisted plank. Bend the elbows, assisted chaturanga. Back up, assisted plank, one more. Bend the elbows, press it back up. Then untuck the toes, lean the hips forward, pick up your knees, and lean it back into the up dog. Right, so the difference between up dog and cobra is, cobra, your knees, your thighs are on the floor. Up dog, your knees, thighs off the floor. And take it back to down dog, pedal it out. Alright, pigeon, raise your left leg up, three-legged dog. Take the left knee in, land the shin to the floor. So if you're in, let me give you a front view. You're in a pointed left toe position, land the shin to the floor. Left knee, left thigh, angles off to the side, 30 to 45 degrees. So you're not lining up the hip and the knee, but you're opening out slightly to the side. What you're doing here is you're creating a triangle in which you're balancing on. Now with your hands supporting, inch your right knee as far back as you can and lower the seat. So that lowers your center of gravity, and then untuck the toes. Walk your hands back, sit up tall. So your pelvis should be pretty level here. You're balancing on the shin. Most of us would not be sitting down on the left side. If you're sitting down on the left side, you're tilting to the side, which then crunches your right side, overextends left, and then your pelvis is also lopsided, right? We do not want the pelvis to be lopsided. We want them to be level. So standing on the shin, pelvis level, spine elongated. If you did this right, you may not even need your hands for support. All right, and then walk your hands forward, forearms down, or rest your head, your forehead on your hands. So in the pigeon, this is a very nice hip opener. So allow breath and gravity to help you to gain flexibility here. Now for those of you with tight hips, this might be rather difficult, right? So if that's the case, I want you to really find a spot where you feel a little bit of work and a lot of ease. So I want you to start with easy first, right? And then I want you to push it past that easiness just a little bit so that you feel that you're working a little bit. Because what happens is if you go too deeply here, you're going to lose form. When you lose form, you might injure yourself, right? Possibly. But also when you lose form, you're just not nearly as effective. So I'd rather if you go a little bit easier with proper form, but just push it just a little bit so that you feel some of that stretch. You certainly don't want to go too easy, right? If you go too easy and you hide like this, you're not doing anything, right? You're not doing anything at all. So by leaning your weight back and letting the hips drop a little bit, now you're getting a really nice stretch through the glutes. Also, you're getting a nice stretch from your left thigh, knee, shin, ankles, tops of the feet, right? So, and then when you're leaning forward, you're allowing your spine to release and rest. Now, depending on how much work you want to do with your right leg, you can point the right toes and really slide it and reach back, right? So now you're getting a very nice extension through the front of the right leg as you get the hip opener through your left, right? Glute stretch. All right, let's start to break. Lift the elbows up, walk your hands back in. Press your palms to the floor, tuck the back toes. As you lift, pick up the left leg and step right back to your down dog. Right, so that's how we came into the pigeon, by raising the leg and drawing in and landing the shin. So in reversing it, we're coming out of the toes. Right, so pedal out the legs. Right, you might feel pins and needles, certainly a rush of blood through the legs. You also might feel a little bit of tightness, right? Because we were there at pigeon for a couple of minutes. Alright, let's take it back to stillness in down dog. Second side, right leg up. Draw the right knee in toward the nose, point the right toes. Turn the right heel in and land that shin to the floor. Check also now the right leg, right knee, right thigh angles out to the right side a little bit. That creates a triangle in which you're balancing on. With your hands supporting, inch your left knee as far back as you can so you can lower your seat, untuck your toes. Walk your hands back, lift up tall. So this is where you're checking your alignment. You should feel pretty level in your pelvis. Most of us are not sitting down on the right side. Your waist should feel pretty neutral as well. If you're sitting out to one side and you're lopsided, you're definitely going to feel the crunch on the left side and overstretch on the right. So I want you to think about evenness, levelness, balance. Right? And you want a vertical lengthy spine. If you did this right, you're not going to need your hands for support. All right. Walk it forward. You can stay on your forearms and keep elevated. You can make pillows with the hands and rest your forehead. So those are very good options. Take the same as you did on the first side so that you are looking for symmetry. Always looking for symmetry. Allow breath and gravity to sink into the pose, to help you sink into the pose. So feeling for that openness into the right glutes, the stretch, extension through the left leg, pointing, reaching back, the stretch into your right leg, right quads, right knee, right shin, right ankle, right top of the foot, right? Because with the knee bent and you're pressing into the top of the shins, that's the stretch you're getting. Support it with the arms however you like. Two more deep breaths. All right, let's break. Let the hands come back down to the floor. Lift the elbows up. Walk your hands back in. Tuck the back toes under. Press into your hands. Lift everything up and step the right foot back. And then gently pedaling out the legs. Bring some movement back to the legs. Alright, once you pedal out a little bit, feeling pretty neutral, then walk your feet forward toward your hands and take the seat down. Seated spinal twist. Left leg stays extended. Right foot steps over your left leg. Right hand is behind you now. Left leg needs to be engaged. So rather than disengaging the leg and letting the toes turn out, I want you to flex your foot. And then press the back of the leg to the floor and the toes point straight up. Right? And then you want to press your right foot down and the right knee goes up. So you're in a very engaged, supportive position with your legs. Right hand behind you, sit up tall. Raise your left arm up to extend. Rotate through that vertical line. And then either left elbow pressing to top the right leg for the twist. If that forces you to round your spine because you don't have the flexibility, that's okay. You can wrap the arm around the knee instead, or if even that one is difficult, you can take a hand to the knee. So the hand to the knee gives you a lot more space and extension to find a lengthy spine. and then twist. And most important is to ground evenly through your seat, vertical line with your torso, and rotating through that central axis. Inhale, take back to center. Exhale, counter twist to the left. Back to center again, switch sides. Right leg extended, step the left foot over. Engage your right leg by flexing, toes point straight up. Engage your left leg by pressing the left leg down, left knee straight up. Legs are strong and supportive. Left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine, reach your right arm up. Rotate through that central axis. Right elbow to top of left leg. Right arm to outside the top of left leg. Or the right hand to left knee. Lengthiness through your spine and twist. Back to center again. Counter twist to the right. Back to center. Extend both legs forward. Hands to either side. Press your hands to the floor and support. As you slide the hands out, your arms are supporting the weight of your torso to gently lower onto the back in a reclining position. Keep the left arm out to the side. Left knee comes in, recline, twisting. Right hand to outer left knee and twist to the right. So you're rolling to the outer right leg, outer right hip, and twisting. Keep the left arm, left shoulder blade as flat to the floor as possible, supporting in the twist. Take it back to center. Switch legs, switch arms. Right arm up, right knee comes in, twist to your left. Back to center again. Hug both knees in. And then step the feet to the floor. Slide the legs forward. Separate your feet, turn your toes out. Arms alongside the body, palms face up. Eyes are closed. Let the shoulders release, let the head release. Find a relaxation, Shavasana. Begin to draw the breath back in. And start to move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching opposite directions. And then rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Reconnecting to even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep. And let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Ah. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing the practice. Come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Please go to my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. My preferred way of payment is through Venmo, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab. My 4-digit ID code is 8096 if you're prompted for it. Classes are $10 if you're having a difficult time. $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. Please share also with your friends or on the Instagram and Facebook if you see any kind of posting. Repost if you can. I stream on Instagram and Facebook, and then I upload those videos onto my YouTube channel, which is Simha Yoga Lab. So if you're having a shaky time with Instagram and Facebook, better to maybe take the videos and take the classes through the videos on YouTube. The quality of the audio and video is better. So thank you again for your time. Be well, take care. I will see you soon.